have a special episode for you prepared. Now, I'm going to bring in a special guest that you have seen maybe last episode or some. My sister, Sailor Skye. So, how are you? Good. Okay, we are adding a new thing, and we're going to do this maybe a few times during this show, and it's going to be called Sister Smoothies. She's going to make a smoothie, and I'm going to make a smoothie.
My smoothie is a great combination that I made up from my mind myself.
Mine is also a great combination from my mind, and so
we're going to get started. Today, my ingredients are 4 strawberries, not too much ice, about 10 blueberries, and about 2 scoops of vanilla bean ice cream.
the ingredients in my smoothie are cut up at least 2.5 apples, like about 2 bananas that were peeled. I will show you about how much heavy whipping cream you need. That is very important. A few cubes of ice into your smoothie, and 4 to 5 strawberries. And last but not least, who could forget the vanilla ice cream? You can get any kind of vanilla bean, just remember it's vanilla, and you probably don't want to get the ones that are mixed because they may accidentally get different kind of flavors into it. And just about 2.5 scoops of this.
First, we're going to start off putting ice in your blender, as I already have done. And now, let's start with the berries. Now, for strawberries, I said 4, because we don't want a strong, soury berry taste. So about 4. Nice, red. It doesn't matter if they're really like gross looking, not really moldy or something, just really red and nice like these. Cut off the tips, we don't want the leaves in the smoothie. Okay, now for the blueberries. I said about 10 since they're really small, and that probably adds up to 4 strawberries, the equal amount of berries. We want a nice looking blueberries. We don't want mold on our smoothie. Now we're gonna put these in. Now time for the ice cream. Now for the ice cream, we want 2 scoops because we want it nice and creamy, but not as ice creamy. You know, just not too much. A nice ice cream scooper like this one is perfect for your amount of scoops. And this is perfect ice cream. It's nice and good for scooping up. Wink it off, just bang it on the top, so not too hard, but light taps on the top so it will get out of your ice cream scooper. There we go. And since, if you want more ice cream than that, just add your own ingredients, but if if you want this kind of taste. Try this one. Okay. Now we need the top to blend our beautiful smoothie. Make sure everything's tight so it won't explode your kitchen. We're gonna turn it on into auto smoothie. And she will be tasting my smoothie. Now, Latasha, tell me how you think after you taste it.
This smoothie is so good.
Okay.
I like it a lot.
Well, I got a good review, so if you want one, make it.
And remember to get the best strawberries. You can get green bananas because they'll turn yellow, rather than getting yellow ones that turn brown. So I got green ones, and now look at them. And you want to get the best apples, but it's okay if they're smaller. It's easier to cut them. So, and you want to get premium ice cream if you can for vanilla bean. First thing that you want to do is set out all of your ingredients like I have. And you can start with the strawberries and gently open it. And here are your strawberries. Now, it doesn't really matter if it's smaller ones or larger ones. They both equally taste the same, but you do want to get the ripest ones, like this one. And so you just lay it on your tray. You can pick out a few, and I'm picking out 5 because that is the exact amount that I need. And it's okay if they're darker. It means that they're either more sour or more sweet. And this is a really big one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have my 5 strawberries. Now, the next thing I have to do is cut off the green stem. And instead of cutting off, because the stem sometimes flattens on the outside, you want to cut it right there. But you can pick up the leaves and cut it right there. That way you don't cut off some of the good strawberry. Just like that. And you can just take the stem and put it at the end of your tray. And you just want to do this to all 5 of your strawberries. Remember, you want to get a nice clean cut and don't cut off a lot of the good strawberry. And you can tell if you cut off a lot because once you cut it off, if there's a lot and a lot of red on one side, then that means you cut too much. So they should look like this, and on the inside, some of them look like this. And then some of them are closed up like this. But it doesn't really matter. None of them go to waste. They're all equally good. Next, you can put your strawberries aside and your stems. And I am going to cut my apple. Now, cutting apples is hard. So you want to get a really nice, strong knife. Sometimes you want to get big ones, but never the small ones. So you can cut down. And some people like to take the end point of their knife and stick it down, just like this. And they sometimes like to carve down like that. And then keep going all the way around the apple. And I like to do that personally, but you could do it any way that you choose. You can also get a parent's help if you need to, if it's really hard for you. And then, once you're done, you can take that out, and you can take and then you can try to cut through. Just like that. So now I have my apple cut in half, just like this. So the next step is to take out that middle part, just like this. And you want to take out all the stem and the seeds. Unless some people like to eat the stem and seeds. It's really good for you, but some people don't like to. So you just take out all that, and you can put it with your strawberry stems because it's all going to go to the trash. Yes. And you can just take your knife and you can just take it in and you can just carve a hole like that. Okay? If you want to make it smaller for when you do your smoothie, you cut it in half. That way your apple is then cut it into fourths. So you just want to do it to both of your apples, just like this. And instead of using apple juice in my smoothie, I use apples. It's easier for me, personally, and I really love apples. So you just cut right down in the center. And then you have the last thing to cut. Not really to cut, to peel. And you want to just look at your group, and it's okay if there's like the brown there. Oh wait, I have to get my blender. I so forgot. Thank you. Now, I'm going to put in my strawberries later, actually. I'm going to peel everything and cut everything before I do. And you always want to take off the sticker. You don't want to have that in your smoothie. So you just peel it out like this. Just like you would peel it and eat it. Now this is a very ripe banana, and you can tell because it is all white. Okay, so that's one. And you want to get at least 2 or maybe 3. I like to do 3. I like to have the more ingredients, the sweeter it gets for me. So, 2 bananas. Now I'm going to have my helper fill this up with ice. Can you please fill this up to ice? Yes. And let me show you the line. Come over here. This is also going to be the person that's going to be tasting my smoothie. Hello.
Hello.
Clarina. So, you're going to fill it up right at about this line. Right there. Okay? And that is because you don't want to get too much or too less. Okay? Okay. So, I have all of my ingredients. I have my cut apple in 4. I have my 5 strawberries. I have my 2 bananas plus 1 more. And while she's filling ice, when she comes back, we're going to put all of our ingredients in right then. Oh, you're back. You can just set it right there. I've already put one of my ingredients in, so now I'm going to put all of them. And if you want, you can break some of them in half to make more room. Just like this. And you can put all of your strawberries in and your apples. This is 1 tablespoon. No, this is 1 teaspoon. No, this is actually 1 tablespoon. I'm going to need 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. And if you are really on the sweet side, you can add a half. Just like this. Now, after you've done that, you want to close it up because you do not want that to spill. After putting your heavy whipping cream in, you want to get your ice cream. And you want to get, like I've said, 2 and maybe a half. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Yummy. Sorry. Next, you have to take your big blender, put it onto your small blender, and remember to close the lid nice and tight. You do not want anything to spill. So you have to make sure it's on both sides, nice and tight. And you want to turn it on, and you want to make sure that your ice is pushed in. And you don't want to put too much ice, because then it's going to be a longer process of blending. So, you want to really push it down. Just like that. And then you can put this back on, nice and tight, no spills. On that. I'm so excited because I have a guest coming that is going to taste it. And she will be here in any minute. Oh, look! There she is. Can everyone welcome my friend, Clarina? Okay, I have a smoothie here that you're going to taste. It has heavy whipping cream, strawberries, bananas, apples, and ice cream.
Mmm, it's so good. You can really taste the bananas and the strawberries along with the apples. Great combination.
Thank you. And so that is a conclusion of my smoothie. Thank you, Clarina.
Thank you.
You can take your smoothie with you.
And that concludes our sister smoothie
episode. Oh my God.
Okay, that's...
Cheese.
Ow!